Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. This is the Real Estate and Home Improvement Show, and we're kind of having a special edition today for those who are thinking about mobile home living, or even if you just want a little information about it. We've asked an expert to come in. Barbara Fox, welcome, Barbara.
Thank you, Mike.
Mobile home park living, that's kind of a specialty. You ought to know what you're getting into if you're going to do that, I would imagine.
Yes, a lot of people look at the prices of mobile homes, but they don't understand the rules or the ins and outs of living in a park. And that's what I've tried to help people with.
And pretty much all of them have special rules, don't they?
Yes, and most of them, they're all different. They're owned by different people, so each park you have to get their information specific to that park.
For that park, yeah. By the way, I happen to have this, I guess, a little booklet here on the screen that you provide to the public. Is that right?
Yes, and it's on my Facebook page, and it also is on our, on our web page.
Okay.
So they could download it free on either area. Yes.
Yeah. Or just look at it on their computer screen, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think they have to download a PDF.
Okay.
It's in a PDF file.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people have PDFs.
Now this is your Facebook group, Park Life Explorers.
Yes, I created that this year, and I went on, and then I did 5 videos that actually just covers what's in the book.
Yeah, but and I think you do all this for free, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
So
and there's no catch.
No catch.
I'm not. So many things that people say are free now.
Yeah.
But then there's a catch.
Right.
There is no catch at this one.
But if anybody has any interest in living, in a mobile home park or buying a mobile home, it's free to look at this. Why not? I think it's very cautionary and explains the ins and outs. And unless you've done it before, you don't know.
Exactly. And that's why I did the videos, because some people, I actually have some physical books too. If somebody's like, I don't have a PDF, I don't know how to do that, I can't go online. If they called me, I can send them a free book.
Send them a free book, yeah, if you're thinking about doing that. Now, I know that people my age, we had this big old house, all the kids are gone, and it's time to downsize. And one option I think of all the time is a mobile home, because my house was built 100 years ago, and you go in these mobile homes, some of them are just absolutely beautiful. They're better than a brand new house.
Yes. And, the standards changed in building them in the 70s. And so, like any property, it needs to be maintained. Mm-hmm. One thing I would like to mention, and you'll see information online that says it's always a bad idea to buy a mobile home. They always depreciate in price. But if you really dig deep into those people, when it comes to California real estate, they say that's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
Because most everything in California, if you maintain it, appreciates.
It appreciates, yeah. Tell me about the sense of community being in a mobile home park.
Well, I found them to be the friendliest places.
Yeah.
People want to move there. A lot of times they want to simplify their life. They don't want to spend a lot of time caring for yards. And even if they're not really social, it gives them, they're around people. They see people, they can see people walking. And if they want to travel, I've recently talked to people, they just want to travel. So they want a home to return to, but they want somewhere that somebody's keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, and there's always a next door neighbor, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know, this is Central Valley Talk, and we cover the whole Central Valley, which I think you do too, but what area are you mostly located or doing business?
I do most of my real estate in San Joaquin and Stanislaus County. I have gone down as far as Fresno, up as far as Sacramento, and I will help people in the Bay Area. But on those regions, it's for people that know me, that want me to help their families.
Yeah.
So I will go out of my general area, and that happens, they want me to sell their mother's house so their mother can relocate here. or they just know me and trust me and want me to go a little further. I just went and met with someone whose daughter was in Sacramento, and they're long-term customers, and they said, we want you to help our daughter buy her first home.
Now, I know, we asked you on today as an expert in mobile home, transitioning to mobile home, and but I know you do all the types of real estate. What about the people who need to downsize? They want out of their big old family home. They don't need it anymore. Maybe look at a mobile home. Can you help them get their house sold and help them figure out what the next step is?
Yes, that would be ideal for me. That's where I actually make some money, is when I help people downsize a big home to a smaller home.
Yeah.
That seems more and more what's happening now. People are wanting to get out of their bigger homes.
Yeah.
So I would be happy to help them, yes.
Yeah.
And I obviously am a senior citizen. I downsized. I think I've downsized 3 times now.
You have.
So I have gone through that process myself.
Yeah. It's tough for some people to let go of that big old house.
Oh yes, I kept my storage from my first house. I think I kept it for about 2 years because there were just some things I wasn't willing to let go of.
Yeah. My issue with the big house is, I don't know where all the dust comes from. And I've got all these things mementos I haven't been able to let go of, but everything's just covered with dust. So I think getting out of the big house, getting a fresh start with something smaller could be good for everybody my age. I'm a senior citizen now, so I can talk like that. So.
Well, and it is a process.
Yeah.
But happy to help people. Just talk to someone and say, what are my options? I mean, there's a lot of different options out there now, from tiny homes to ADUs to mobile home parks. And I actually had gone and lived in Mexico for a while because my husband wanted to see the water. And things were so high at that time. We ended up in Mexico, and so that was a dream of his. So I sold real estate down there too. So I have some experience with that whole, I'm a senior citizen, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah. Well, I get that you're kind of the expert on mobile home. Now you could also be an expert if somebody wants to pick up and be an expatriate in another country. I've known people ended up in Costa Rica and Mexico and different places like that. What will they find? This is the name of your Facebook group, Park Life Explorers. What kind of thing? Are there discussions there? What goes on in that Facebook group?
Well, I just started. So basically right now what they're going to see is an introduction from me and then 5 videos that walk through my booklet. And I really haven't advertised it yet.
Okay.
So ideally, like I'm going to go out and meet with somebody today that's got a mobile home they want me to look at. So ideally, I would be putting things on there, the new listings, also have discussions if they want to come on and post a question. Probably within the next 2 months, I'm going to be doing like a monthly Zoom and covering that so they can come on and talk straightforward, just with questions there. I'm also going to be doing a video series on if they want to buy one without paying a realtor. I'm going to go and do a video series to walk them through that process.
Nice. Because
it's actually more like buying an RV than it is buying a single family home.
I see.
So the people that are brave enough to do that,
yeah,
I'm going to teach them how.
Now, is there, in these booklets and your discussions and your Facebook group or your video, are there some cautionary tales we should know about before somebody goes into the mobile home, looking at mobile homes?
Well, the big caution is don't try to do it on your own unless someone has a clear title. And whether they use a realtor or not, I would always recommend they use an escrow office, because an escrow office is going to check the title.
You don't want to just go in and buy one like you're buying a used car. You want to go through the escrow, and you could get stuck with someone else's lien or debt on if you're not careful.
Right. Yeah, and I just talked to one of the other cautionary tales. If you do use a realtor, use one that knows mobile home parks. I just talked to an investor that bought one. They thought they could rent it. put out the money, had a quick sale. Park absolutely does not allow it.
Doesn't allow rentals,
So
yeah.
you got to talk to, and I've run into that more than once on land and mobile homes where someone has jumped to an inexpensive unit, inexpensive land, and then their realtor did not tell them what the restrictions were.
Right, right. I have I have a real estate license, and I've sold 0 mobile homes. So if somebody's out there thinking of doing that, you ought to go to somebody, not just a realtor, but somebody who's done dozens. Have you done dozens of them, Barbara?
Yes,
Yeah.
and one other big caution is inspections. I had one where we had they provided an inspection. It said everything was good. The roof was bad. The man never went underneath the unit, and also the heating and air wasn't functioning. Right. So if we would have trusted that report, the buyer would have been in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I don't like to go under buildings or mobile homes or anything. I get an inspector to go do that. And I know nothing about repairing or air conditioner or heat. So, and you'd hate to get that kind of investment and find out you don't have air conditioner or heat or something like that. So, now, Barbara, can people call you? I have a number on the screen, 559-499-3424.
It's 209.
209. I don't know why I said 55. I don't know why I said that.
209-499-3424. And I will respond to text or phone calls.
Yeah, that's great.
I check both.
And also, well, we have the othersrealty.com. They can find you there. They can find you on the Facebook. They can call you. I have you on Instagram, Barbara Fox Real Estate. You're everywhere, Barbara.
I try to be available, and I really work hard at responding quickly, so you won't have to wait a long time.
Very good. And Barbara, I keep flooding you with a million questions, and we're about out of time, but I just want to give you a couple minutes to say anything you want about your business, anything in the world you want to talk about for that matter.
Well, I would just say, my dogs are barking, sorry. I would say that Others Realty, Others Realty is a company that I work with my son, and the reason we named it that is he said we would always represent other people and take care of them before our own interest.
That's great.
And so that is our standard. So we really try to represent people, whether they're very tight on money or they are wealthy. We will represent them well, and we will not differentiate. So we're not, one of the things that happens in mobile home situations is you'll call a realtor and they'll hang up on you. Or they'll say, I have no interest in representing you. And it's because it's not lucrative. Yeah. It's not a lot of money for us. Yeah. But when my son went out and created his own brokerage years ago, he said, this is going to be our standard.
Nice.
So that is what I'd like to tell everybody about our company is we will go out of our way to take care of you, even at our own expense.
Very good. For our viewers, I trust Barbara Fox. I mean, you're an amazing person. You always share information, and a lot of it you're doing for free, coming on here and sending out these booklets and making the pages and stuff. And I think I always appreciate somebody who it provides a service to the community, and you do that, Barbara. So thank you so much. And,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And for our viewers, just start at othersrealty.com. It's on the screen. The phone number is correct on the screen, 209-499-3424. Thank you, Barbara. I hope you come back in a month or so and give us an update.
I'll do that. Thank you, Mike.
And for our viewers, stick around. We'll have more with real estate and home improvement right after this.